everybody, we are talking Weekend Warriors, and we have a new warrior with us, Ellis, don't we?
This is Emmett, and Emmett is helping us out in so many ways.
So many ways.
He's awesome. He's on the news side. He's going to be doing some features for us here soon on a bunch of stuff. Do you want to talk about what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, we've got a couple of different stories that are going to be coming out. As you know, we've just lost Casey Phillips a little while ago. So
rest in peace.
We'll visit you at the aquarium soon.
So
We will.
Oh yes, we will.
I'll be making the switch over from the Metro desk. I've been on the night shift for a while, doing breaking news, all the cop stuff. We'll be switching over to do some human interest stories, some features. We bring them to you guys, whether that's refugees, the homeless, pretty much anything in Chattanooga. If you've got a story, please email us and let us know, because we'd love to hear it.
And where can people email those things? Where should they direct those ideas, story ideas, tips, and things like that?
You can either direct them to the city desk, or you can send them on to one of the reporters here. If it's on a particular beat, obviously if it's education, send it to Kendi. If it's features or something like that, send it on to me. Or
Not my private message.
So news, that's NEWS at timesfreepress.com if you have a tip or anything like that. And you can go, if you want to find out an individual reporter like Emmett or Kendi, as he mentioned, who does education, you can go to timesfreepress.com/contact us, and you can get everybody's, maybe you figure out exactly who you need to be talking to. So that's an easy way to do that. So what are you working on today?
Yeah.
So today we're working on the Sunday story. It will be the A1 centerpiece. It's the plan for now, at least.
It's the plan.
We're going to be looking at the first week of early voting now with the presidential election, and also a couple other smaller races that are going on here. We're trying to take a look at what the numbers actually are and talk to them, talk to voters about why they make the decisions they do.
So it's high. Alex, one of our assignment editors, was telling me people are waiting like 90 minutes in some spots.
That seemed to be the original hang-up, but now they're starting to open up a couple more polling locations. It sounds like we're getting a couple notifications about that. There are actually 4 locations in Chattanooga, or in Hamilton County.
So you were telling me compared to 2008 that, what are we seeing? What did you say to me?
So 2008 with the Obama election, or with Obama's first run for president, was kind of the high watermark for voter turnout. And it's looking now like we actually might be surpassing that. It's kind of difficult to compare presidential elections because we actually want to go back to 2008. You don't want to compare it to 2012 because years where you have an incumbent running for president are a little bit different, and typically voter turnout isn't quite as high.
And you said both sides this time are just like fueling each other's fire.
Getting out the vote.
That seems to be what we're getting from voters. It's that people aren't as excited about their candidate so much as they are excited to reject the other person's candidate.
But they're excited. That's the key thing.
They're excited, certainly.
Now, when you're waiting in line for an hour and a half, do you have to bring is that something people know they're getting into, I wonder, when they're getting out there? Are they bringing a sack lunch or?
It's actually not quite an hour and a
Hungry.
half. As I was talking to a couple of different election supervisors yesterday, it was more like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's like answer some emails on play a game on my phone time.
Right.
You might catch some Pokemon out there near the polling area. People are still doing that.
Right.
So that's happening. So the election, that you can't vote on the weekend. It ends today.
You can actually vote on Saturday.
Oh, you can vote on Saturday. I didn't know that. Okay, so some people.
Well, why does it matter to you?
Because I'd like to know what areas to avoid when I am traveling around on Saturday.
Are you still not voting?
Yes, that's correct.
Is that because of the
casting
reporter thing, or because of you're one of those people who's like don't like either people, or is it both?
It's a combination of all those things, but I find mostly it's easier to remain dispassionate on issues if you aren't actually supporting one of the candidates. So
right, and we talked about this before, but a lot of reporters don't vote. Do you vote?
I did yesterday.
You
Actually,
did?
killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Went out to go talk to voters and cast my own. So.
How long did you wait in line?
About 5 minutes.
Where'd you go?
yeah, whoa, which place is this?
That was over in Brainerd.
Oh, in Brainerd. Okay.
Pretty easy, and then I got to talk to a couple people and do some work while I was.
Yeah, we
casting
need to
my
we
vote.
need to go out to the polls, start talking to people for the digital team. I vote too, but I like to vote on the day.
You like the excitement of actually
does
going
that
out
surprise
with all
you
the people.
about me?
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Some people like to get it out of the way, I think, because they're afraid they're going to be busy on that day or whatever, or they're just really excited about voting against somebody.
Yeah. Well, some woman thought she was probably going to die between now and the elections.
Got to get that vote in before she dies. Can't vote after you die,
Wow.
except in very rare cases.
Wow. Okay,
So that's going on Saturday. So I was wrong. We will
so
have
that
more
is
voting
going
on Saturday. But
and then Emmett's story supposed to be Sunday unless some crazy breaking news happens. So that'll be front and center of your paper. So looking forward to that for sure. And let's get into everything else that's happening. What are you doing this weekend?
Well, I've got work on Saturday.
Oh.
so he'll be
Still on
here
the desk?
in our beautiful and spacious office.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sunday,
That's
I
not so
will
fun.
probably be reading our Sunday edition, and then my family's coming to town. So that's what I'm going to
Awesome.
do.
Oh, where are you from?
My parents actually live in Wyoming, but
Wyoming.
I grew up here. They
You
moved
grew up
down a
here.
couple years ago.
Okay. That's cool. You spent a lot of time in Wyoming. It's beautiful, right?
I try to minimize my time in Wyoming. It's,
Really?
It's a pretty state. I've been up there. We
Okay.
went to the fireworks. Is
Of
Hungry
course you
Horse
have
a
been.
place in Wyoming?
I have no idea.
What is-
Okay.
that sounds cool.
Yeah, we traveled up there, and they were doing they were like fireworks show. So we were like, oh, good. It was like near the 4th of July or something, and we went up there.
Okay.
And the way they do fireworks there is on a different level than the way we
Oh.
do fireworks
They
here.
amp it up?
Yeah, there's the whole town. It looked like it was under attack.
Wow.
As we were like pulling
Where in
in.
Wyoming? What is?
I think it was called Hungry Horse. And
Hungry
someone is going to
Horse,
correct
Wyoming?
me. Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
anyone from Hungry Horse?
Yeah, but that's a place if you find yourself up there that you can have a good time, assuming they haven't burned the town down.
Yeah, see, there's only so many
Okay.
tumbleweeds and fights that I can really take.
Right. Yeah. So it's only happening when there's explosives. It's
Then
only
it's
a
fun.
happening
Then
place
it's
when
super
there's
fun.
explosives.
Or frontier
Okay.
days where you gotta like wrangle steers
Yeah.
and
But you can do wrangling around here somewhere.
punch a cow in the face.
Punch a cow in the face.
I've never done that.
So, and that's an
Yeah.
attraction somebody should set up. Punch a cow in the face, $20. Just
Right.
kidding. Cows are beautiful creatures, and we
just
need
saw
them for
some
food.
really beautiful cows when we were spending time on Fox
That's
Mountain.
true. Yeah, they were hiding from the fire.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting off. Okay, what
I-
else? Let's talk about what else. What are you doing?
I am going to go out because the weather is beautiful, and I think many of the bugs are going to be dead now because it's getting cold. I'm going to go out on the lake.
Oh,
And
really?
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go look at the go down to Moccasin Bend Insane Asylum or whatever it's called, and sail around there, and then go back up to the dam. It's gonna be awesome.
By yourself or?
No, I'll be with an experienced boatsman.
Okay.
Who will be handling all the technical duties. I'll be there to encourage and offer moral support.
Where does one find an experienced boatman in?
I will tell you after the broadcast.
Is it a Craigslist ad?
No, it's a personal. That's right.
I know it sounded
Seeking-
kind of like Dexter-esque.
32-year-old man
Creepy.
seeking experienced boatsman. Must supply own boat.
Okay, well, my weekend is kind of following more of the Chattanooga Now. I'm supporting everything
Yes.
that Lisa and Barry and you
And they
will
do
be
a great
working on
job.
soon. Yeah, so they tell me what's going on, and then I just go. So tonight at the Revelry Room, that is so hard for me
The
to
Revelry
say
Room.
every time. The Revelry Room. A Bon Jovi cover band, and I'm not a huge 80s music person, but I do like
Yeah.
Bon Jovi because he's very cute.
Okay, good.
And we'll see what this cover band folks look like. But I do like some songs. Do you like any Bon Jovi songs? Or are you too young to like even know? Who that
I was
is?
born in 1993, so
Ouch.
Leslie judges
Ouch.
bands based on their appearance and their music, so you better be cute if you want to get the Leslie thumbs up.
Well,
That's the
I mean,
important
it does
thing.
help.
Um,
You can play a guitar though. That adds to your
I love Bon Jovi,
attractiveness to
and
me.
I resent the fact that you don't love Bon Jovi. That hurts me.
Aw, sorry. What is your favorite song?
It's hard to say. That's not the name of the
There's
song.
like a lot of screaming, right?
I'd say "It's My Life" is a good.
Oh,
That's a
I
good
do-
one to scream out.
I do like
at the,
that. I do like that.
But
I do like
"Lay
that
Me
song.
Down on a Bed of Roses" if
Oh,
you're
is
into
that-
more of
is
the
that-
romance.
Is that a song you like?
Yeah.
yeah, see, those are all the radio stations.
Oh,
I'm just
wow,
gonna
Ellis.
skip over.
Yeah, you just hit next.
Yeah.
He said he likes it. Do you like that song?
Which one?
Lay Me Down on a Bed of Roses?
Yeah, we played it at my wedding. People were dancing. People were
Wow.
sneaking off into the vines to I don't know what they were doing there, but
I've already heard that story.
oh, okay.
They were just
Yeah.
vines. If
Yeah.
you were, like just
Yeah.
It was on a vineyard. We got married at a vineyard, so people
Yeah.
were mingling in the vines
Romantic.
after the music.
You learn something new every
Yeah.
day. And that was at DeBarge.
DeBarge Winery, yeah.
right.
Shout out to Ray DeBarge for having an awesome winery.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will be checking that out tonight after something going on up on Signal called Harvest Supper, benefiting this pumpkin patch. So
Pumpkin Patch has
doing
been
all that.
suffering a lot lately, and Leslie's
Yes.
helping raise money to uplift the Pumpkin Patch and bring it back to its
I
former
know.
glory.
Hey,
It's a
everybody.
good cause.
Yes, good for the kids. My kids, you'll see soon. Ellis is having a baby. They love parks.
And
Imagine.
pumpkins and patches.
Imagine. Okay, so that's going on, and then there's a lot of other music going on. Barry did this really good. Is that my phone or yours?
That's mine.
Okay. Whoa, lots of messages.
And David Sedaris,
So-
you breezed right past. I saw a lot of
Oh,
people excited
breeze.
about David Sedaris coming
Yeah.
to town. He's,
Where did I breeze past
here he
that?
is.
Oh, okay.
Tonight, 8 p.m.
What is this picture? Like, who did that?
I don't know, probably his publicist. The Tivoli.
Do you know who that is? 1993.
Sorry.
No.
He's a famous comic.
There you go.
Okay.
People like him.
All right. So Barry wrote this City Beat article here. If you grab one of these babies, you just open it up and it's right here. But he says the Tivoli train just keeps a rolling. And for a long time, you didn't really hear about much going on at the Tivoli. Now they're getting a lot of big acts. We have My Morning Jacket coming next Wednesday. I got tickets. Thank you, TJ Griever. Awesome. And Barry's going, so we'll be reporting on that next week. And then he is trying to also, well, I'm sure he will cover, Bob Dylan is actually coming here in November.
And I believe
The
we
Tivoli.
agreed to always say Nobel Prize winner Bob Dylan when we refer to him in the future.
You actually told us.
That's right. That's
to
our
do
new
that.
style on this show. So
Yes.
sorry she messed that up. We'll get it right next time.
Yeah, he's the director here. Yeah, we were going over favorite directors. Do you have a favorite director?
I'm trying to think. I love
Not him.
Love
Yeah.
Tarantino.
We were talking about Tarantino earlier.
Guess what? Who?
Coen Brothers are big for me.
Oh, Coen
I
Brothers,
didn't
yeah.
even think about the Coen Brothers.
Forgot about that.
I'm
What do you
old-fashioned,
think? Who do you
old.
think? Don't tell him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I just gave it away since I said old-fashioned.
Maybe not.
I was gonna go with J.J. Abrams, but I guess not.
Oh,
He actually,
love
J.J. Abrams is actually, he mimics a lot of, not mimics, but he kind of improves upon a lot of things that have come before. He's very, he does a lot of homages to people.
He does.
He's sort of a traditionalist. He shoots on film. You know, he does a lot of the effects in camera. It's not just a big, hey, look, we had a big computer farm, put this movie together for you.
Maybe
Oh.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, Hitchcock, actually, I didn't even say that, but he would be my favorite director now that I
Really?
think about it.
You
Yeah,
think
he's
so?
incredible.
Which movie? Everything.
Oh, Rear Window, The Birds, Vertigo.
Birds.
I see you
The
liking The
Man,
Birds,
The
yeah.
Man Who Knew Too Much is an incredible film if you haven't seen it. Dial M for Murder.
Wow. Okay. Did you
Torn
see?
Curtain is another good one by him.
Did you see how Netflix redid that show? We talked about the Bates Motel. How they took from Psycho
Yeah,
and
they
all
already
that.
redid Psycho with Vince Vaughn. Did
I
you
thought
see that
no,
version?
but I thought this
Awful.
Netflix thing was good though. The series was good.
I thought it was pretty awful.
You did?
A girl recommended it to me in college, and I
I
watched it
like-
because she wanted me to, and then it was terrible.
Oh no.
Did you tell her? Were you like, or did you
this-
just keep silent?
The actual Netflix series, or you saw like a remake of a
I saw like
movie?
the Bates Motel thing. It was like I don't know how many episodes were.
Oh,
I only
okay.
watched like 8.
Okay.
And it was like
It was bad.
it was pretty recent.
I like Beer for Me Guy.
The original Psycho is pretty good. Then they redid it with Vince Vaughn, who did his best, but it was literally a shot-for-shot remake. I didn't see the point in that. And then now they're trying to do it again with the Bates Motel. So
Okay, getting lots of messages in. I just hand the phone over to Ellis when that happens.
I'll just manage all the phones. here.
Yes. Okay, so we talked about that. We just kind of get off on these subjects. So who do you think my favorite director is?
No idea. I'm sorry.
Guess. I guess you don't know me that
I
well.
don't. I'm sorry.
You're going to get to.
Okay,
Because
there we
we.
Is that a promise or
I've
a
been
threat?
hiding over on the mess
I don't know. Is it a promise or a threat? Both, probably. It's Cameron Crowe because I'm a big music person, and he has a lot of heart in all of his movies. Say Anything, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He wrote the screenplay for that, and I think Amy Heckerling directed it. But that was the start of all that, and then he did Jerry Maguire. I even like the movies people don't like Vanilla Sky. And
That was a weird one.
I really loved it.
I don't know
Loved
if I'm
it.
cut out for this beat because I haven't watched any of those movies.
You gotta get
It doesn't take long. You've a couple of days on Netflix, and you've pretty much
Yeah.
seen all the.
but my favorite Cameron Crowe movie, maybe you've heard of it, is Almost Famous.
That one you should watch. Yeah,
Oh
you should watch
gosh.
Almost Famous.
All
If
right.
you're gonna do anything, watch Almost Famous.
Okay.
Do you like
That's-
music?
I do, but
You'll
don't-
get it. I mean, it's about like celebrating.
It's about a
music.
reporter actually.
It's about a
Rolling
reporter.
Rolling
yeah.
Stone. It was a Rolling Stone.
And it was kind of based on Cameron Crowe's
life.
own experience being a young reporter for Rolling Stone in the 70s. And it's really cool. And it kind of goes along with the whole groupie experience. I wouldn't know anything about that.
I was a groupie
But,
for
yeah.
a decade actually for the Grateful Dead.
You were for the Grateful
No,
Dead?
that's not true at all.
I'm like, wow, when did you have time to do that?
you kind of fit
But-
their clients.
I'm totally a deadhead.
Who knows? Who knows? I have lots of friends who still travel around for Fish. Jennifer Little. Hey. Yeah. There are. Who do you like?
See, I grew up listening to The Strokes, Cake, Brent Ferdinand, Kills, Killers.
Has Cake
Yeah.
released an album recently? I
No,
used to
they
love
disbanded
Cake.
a while ago.
Oh, did they disband? I went to a
They
live
did-
concert they used to do in
They did
Atlanta.
Fashion Nugget, Pressure Chief,
Yeah.
and then they.
I feel
Yeah,
like
a lot
we'll
of
be
hip-hop
getting a
recently.
new perspective with Emmett here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all very different.
I was a big Cake fan. They used to do free concerts in Atlanta. It was like Live on the Bricks or something like that.
Oh,
and they were one of them.
never been to it.
That was my introduction to that.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot of fun.
Do you ever go to shows in Atlanta? No? No?
Me? No, it's too far. We've got all these great shows here.
Alice.
We've got the Tivoli. We've got the Revelry Room. We've
Kanye
got
was
Track
just in
29.
Atlanta, man.
Kanye?
I know, I miss Kanye.
Yeah.
I missed him. Hopefully he'll show up here, though.
I love, somebody just sent me, you love the memes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It said, I love you as much as Kanye loves himself. As much as Kanye loves Kanye. Someone said, I was like,
Oh, that's
thank
not
you.
fair to
That's a
Kanye.
lot.
He's an artist. You can't understand him.
I think I share the same birthday as he does, actually. Scary, right? And Naomi Campbell.
Lord.
You guys should be scared. Yeah. When's your birthday?
December 17th, turning 23. Big 2-3.
No. Wow. I don't know if we can hang out with him.
He'll be fine.
Okay, so that makes you a what? Do you know what that is?
You talking about, like,
Sign?
Virgo
Your sign.
or-
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I'm talking about signs
Sagittarius.
today.
Or Sagittarius or whatever it is.
Oh, so you don't know much about it.
No, not at all.
Certain signs know a lot about
Total
their signs.
voodoo.
And certain others do not. Do you know what you are? When's your birthday?
September 16th, 1983.
Yeah.
Many moons ago.
So you
Yeah.
a Gen Xer or you
No.
still
Well,
consider yourself a millennial?
Right on the line, actually.
I
If you-
don't
depending
think
on where you look, I've
he's on the
consulted
line.
many resources on this topic, and no one can quite agree where Generation X ends and the
I don't.
so-called
I'm
millennium.
82. I don't feel like a millennial.
We consider
But I have kids that are, you know,
Some
almost
people
6
say
years
it's
old.
1980. Some people say it's up to like 1985. Or
I've heard it's
something like
actually
that.
less about what year you were actually born and how where your conscience lands in
Yeah, who you identify
relation to
with.
like major events like 9/11 or something.
Oh.
It's like I'm like the youngest group of people who still like vividly remembers like watching the towers fall or something like that.
Yeah,
Where were
that was
you?
in
I was in
2001.
town. I was in
You would have
town. We had a
been
bunch of family in New York, so we were frantically calling them the whole day.
How old were you?
9, 10.
I was in second grade.
I was in college. You were in college, right?
I was in high school, actually.
Oh, it must have been like my freshman year of college.
Yeah, I was in high school. We watched it. We stopped class, and Professor Richard Grote brought in a TV, and we watched it for his philosophy class.
But yeah, I think like 3 or 4 years after me is like when Gen Z starts, like we're at the turn of the millennium.
Is that what we're in? Oh, Gen Z is the same thing as millennial.
Oh.
No, it's the one right after millennium.
So it goes
Oh.
Gen X, millennial, then Generation Z.
And then I wonder what my kids will be.
They start over again, right? Generation A. We've reached
I
the
don't
end of
like
the
I just jumped
alphabet.
straight to like
So,
H or something.
but if you're a millennial, so we're not going generation. That's like a different.
Well, millennial is
term.
also Generation Y. Those are interchangeable terms, right?
Gotcha.
So that's why we go from
I'm
X,
over
Y,
all
Z.
the terms. Just
Millennial is like coming to age.
so
in
then,
the 2000s.
are hipsters like part of the millennial thing? Or
It's a
there's
subset,
So many.
right?
Right.
That's a different.
Do they
That's
kind
not
of
a
go
generational
together?
term. That's a
Yeah.
different term.
It's more of a stylistic.
Yeah,
demographic.
lifestyle.
But can you be a hipster and be not in one of these young generations?
so.
You
I
Then
think
you're
can?
just considered kind of gross.
Yeah, like I could you do a big beard that's got like maybe it's got food in it because you've lost. You know how people get older and they
Yeah.
forget about food on their face.
So
that's
once
how you
it
can-
gets down to my kids, it'll probably be in like the B, C, or D again.
No, I think that might be A or B. I don't think scientists.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
thanks.
generate something next week for your children. Don't worry.
Thanks.
That'll follow them for
They
life.
don't even ever watch this. They could care less. So, yeah, they're like,
They will
no.
though. They will. They will one day.
I don't think
This
so.
will be
I'm
archived
gonna
for
go mining
posterity.
the archives.
On Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder what will be around when I'm sure. I think Facebook will still.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
MySpace. It'll be around forever.
Oh, Zuckerberg's gonna have to have a word with you. Okay, so if you're not talking about all this fun stuff that we're talking about this weekend, or going to see some shows, there's tons of Halloween stuff going on, and we have
a huge list of that.
46 events starting. Lisa, who does this for us, said there's a lot starting this weekend, but then it goes on through the rest of the month, obviously. So there's 46, a list of them in here and on the web. So we need to link that for you guys
So
again.
whether you like pumpkins or being scared or whatever, from Ruby Falls to like Blowing Screams Farm. No, it's Blowing Streams, but they changed it to Blowing Screams for Halloween.
Yes.
You can see there's something for you in Chattanooga now. So you can go to timesfreepress.com/Chattanooga now, and you can find all that. We've got lists and
Do you
just
like
a ton
Halloween?
of stuff.
Yeah, we do. The guys in my house are actually planning on spending a couple $100 and buying just like a bunch of full-size king candy bars and
That's
just sit
amazing.
on our porch. So
The
we will
average
be that house.
the average
Okay.
spend for Halloween
Goals.
is like $83. I think we're going to be reporting.
Oh.
The average person spends like 83. Now that's
Wow.
probably the average is probably pulled up and down by people who
On-
do a ton of decorations
Oh,
and then
okay.
people who do nothing. But
Well,
you
since
know,
reporters make a lot of money,
yeah,
we figure we can buy the real
Right.
thing.
just blow a few $100.
Yeah.
It's either this or I eat for a month. So
I think we're gonna for our costume we were talking about like painting on T-shirts. So we're right
Oh
there
yeah,
with
we
you.
have to wear costumes here.
My wife is pregnant, and so we're gonna do a pumpkin or something like that. on
I
her.
was a nun when I was 9 months pregnant.
a nun.
Yep. And my husband was a
Wait.
preacher. I know. A lot of people were offended.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
There's
broadcast that
pictures
in
I can
Tennessee.
show you. Well, keeping it real. I'll show you some pictures. They're on Facebook.
We have some. Okay, so some people are saying Generation X goes back to the early '70s.
Oh.
Carrie Hansel.
Okay, thank you.
So that's like 12 or 13 years where you can.
there's so many different opinions
I know.
on where they stop and end. And
Yeah, there's no official authority. You can't go to like the National Laboratory for generational research. There's no such thing. It's just about what people think. It's mostly the media actually, and
Right.
depending on what media organization
Those
you work
media
for.
people.
So
Yeah. So also in going on movies, people aren't going to movies as much. That's why they might be bringing beer
Booze.
into the movie theaters to get some people off Netflix and into the theater. So we talked about that this week. And when are we going to find out about that? They passed it. They didn't pass it.
They were
pushed
supposed
it
to
back,
vote on it
the city.
on Tuesday, and instead they deferred action on it. So they could vote on it this coming Tuesday, or it could be deferred again. We don't know. We'll find out when they vote on it, but
Right, but you
we'll
can
definitely
drink
talk about it.
at the Tivoli. If you're going
At the
to a
Tivoli,
show.
they do have booze, and at the Majestic 12, they have the Ovation Room, where for a couple of extra bucks you can sit in
Right.
big recliners, and people will bring you booze and food.
They
And
never
that's pretty
play
common.
the movie I want to play in
That's
there,
really
though.
common in a lot of cities. They have that. Chattanooga doesn't have that yet, but I think all the theater chains are pushing to have that, so they can kind of draw people away. It's so easy to sit at home with a 6-pack and make food that you want to make and save money. So they're trying to say, look, you can come have the big screen experience and still enjoy a drink.
I love the big screen experience. Do you like going to movies?
I do. I haven't been in a while now.
Yeah, there
Haven't
hasn't
been
been
in
a lot
forever.
out.
In our
lately.
house, we actually bought a projector when we moved in.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Got a big screen out of a dumpster somewhere. I don't know where. One of the guys found it, and then so we've got that hanging up. We've got like 14-foot ceilings, so we've got that hanging up, and it's like our entire wall.
Oh, awesome.
See, this is what I threatened to do that, and my wife vetoed it. But that's a beautiful idea, and a lot of people. There's so
Joy.
much consumer technology. The projectors that they're coming out with now, I mean, they're so bright and so high resolution. You can show stuff when it's light in the room on a projector. You used to have to turn the lights off and shutter the windows and everything. But
Yeah, so like when Mad Max came out, we were like, do we want to go see
Yeah.
that, or do we want to just wait and like
That's
watch it on
awesome.
half the size screen?
But if you
for
sit
free?
close, it doesn't matter. I mean, you
Right.
can't tell. It's if you're sitting in the back of the movie theater, the screen may even be smaller in the movie theater
I
than
think
what
you
you've got
should
in your
have
house.
us over.
Yeah, anytime. guys.
Yeah.
Movie night.
Yeah, we'll do movie night. Well, this movie's supposed to be bad, according to this
Keeping Up
contributor.
with the Joneses. Skip
yeah, it looks
It's our official verdict.
horrible. already told you guys, The Girl on the Train, the book is way better. I don't know what I was doing sitting through that. Oh, I do. Justin Thoreau was in it, but yeah. Have you seen The Leftovers?
I haven't.
Gotta see that. You guys check that out too. We should start doing more reviews.
We do.
Emmett, you could do some reviewing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Do you like beer?
I do.
Well, we could follow that if that happens. You could partake.
Yeah, luckily I've got a guy, one of the guys in my house is actually the beer manager over at Imbibe.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
You're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you
You
want.
can say whatever you want.
As long as
here.
it's true.
Advertising. Yeah.
As long as
No,
it's true.
it is actually true. So it's kind of nice because whenever I'm like, hey man, let me know something I haven't tried before, and always bring home something.
Oh,
So,
cool. Yeah. You can
I
say anything
flirted
here.
with an idea one time.
One time?
I own a domain name. I think I own it called Chattanooga.
Oh, that's right.
And I thought I would go around to bars and rate all the bars and rate all
Mm-hmm.
the local beers and everything. And I ran out of money before I could really get going on it because it's expensive to do that.
Isn't there an app for that actually? It's like
there may be.
Untapped or something.
I don't know. This was like 2
Oh,
years
you're
ago.
right.
I just
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
the domain name in case I decide to ever do it again. But
He wanted
I'm sure
to, like,
technology has
He
already
wanted
caught
to
up with me.
focus on the local.
Yeah, local brews,
Yeah.
local places. You know, we wouldn't necessarily
So
go
did you
to Ruby
actually
Tuesdays.
like get it up and running? This
Yeah, I
blog?
wrote like 10 posts on it.
Did people read them?
Yeah, actually, I just got contacted by somebody the other day who wanted to put ads on there, and I was
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Did you have?
I haven't
some
posted
ads?
anything
Okay.
on there in like a year and a half. Don't go there. It's terrible. It's probably not even mobile friendly.
Okay.
But
I won't.
yeah,
Okay. Well.
I'll fix it up one of these days.
All right. So, you know what we're up to, and we want to welcome you again to the Weekend Warrior team. Sometimes we're more fun than other times, and Ellis,
You can have your phone back.
Oh, thank you. Only certain people get to have the 7+, right? Yeah. That I waited in line for hours in Atlanta, but we needed it for the digital team.
We did need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old one was destroyed. I don't know what happened to it, but
Someone dropped
it was all messed up.
Yeah.
Didn't work very well.
Yep. Anyways, okay, so you guys have a great weekend, and we're going to be following all those shows next week at the Tivoli, and we'll be there to talk to you about all of that, and then hopefully you don't get caught in too much crime this weekend. I can't imagine.
Yeah, hopefully not. The nice thing is that numbers actually start going down once the temperature drops.
Yeah.
So
It's a
And
true thing.
it's starting to drop.
and it's starting to drop.
Finally,
finally.
we're having fall.
Chilly.
So go out there, leaf peepers, enjoy the leaves, and we will be back with you on Monday unless something happens before then that we need to update you on. So
And remember, voting.
Vote.
Early voting.
Go
Pick up your
It's
Sunday
up.
paper.
and send
Sunday
your news
paper.
tips to Emmett. He's moving to a new beat and he wants to hear all about, you want to talk about refugees, you want to talk about human
Homeless,
interest stories,
yeah,
the
anything.
homeless, people. He's
Say
interested
your
in
last
people.
name for everybody.
Gienapp, yeah.
Emmett
Yeah.
Gienapp.
The number of times I have to spell it every day is a little outrageous. So.
I
Yeah.
think I do that with Ellis a lot. People will say, Ellen? Do I sound like an Ellen? I guess, yeah. Okay, anyway.
Maybe for Halloween.
Yeah, I could be Ellen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll be thinking about those costumes too. Okay. It's going on and on and on. That's what happens here. Sorry, Emmett. I know
No, you're
you got to
fine.
get back to work.
He's got things
Hope
to
we
do.
gave you a break.
Voting to cover.
No. Well, what are you? What generation are you again?
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial. Okay. Millennials have more energy than we do.
Science.
So get back to work. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Have fun at your house. It sounds like a cool place.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We're waiting on our invite.
Swing by Highland Park sometime, folks.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do it. See
Bye.
ya. Bye.